Welcome back. We're continuing to talk about functions or relations and functions, and right now we've been talking about functions. We just talked about using the vertical line test to determine if we had a function. So each function, in a function, each x has exactly one y. Now I want to talk about one-to-one functions, which are a special type of functions. One-to-one functions are functions, so each x has exactly one y, with each y having exactly one x. So in order for something to be one-to-one, it must be a function, and in order for something to be a function, it must be a relation. So all one-to-one are also functions and relations. So if something's not a function, it can't be one-to-one. So this means that we're basically doing the same thing that we did. We have to find out if each x has a unique y, so no x can be repeated. One-to-one, each y has exactly one x, so no y can be repeated. Each y value has its own x value. So let's look at some examples of this. Find the domain and range of the relation. Is it a one-to-one function? So as a reminder, my domain, those are the first coordinates of the ordered pairs, and my range is the second coordinate, or the y values of my ordered pairs. So my domain, which I'm going to represent with a big capital D here, so D is for domain. I'm going to use my set brackets because this is a set of numbers. I'm just going to list all of my x values. So my x values are -6, -5, -3, -1, and 6. My range values, I'm going to list all of the y values, -1, -9, -7, and +7. -9 already appears in my range, so I'm not going to list it again. We're not going to repeat range values. So now when I'm looking at this, is it a function? Each x has exactly one y. Well, every x has a y. There's no repeated x values. So is it a function? Yes. Is it one-to-one? Now I'm looking at each y value, and does it have exactly one x? Well, the y value of -9 has an x value of -5 and 6. So no, because of the ordered pairs -5, -9, and 6, -9. So this is not a one-to-one function. Let's look at another example where we're looking at a graph. Find the domain and range of the relation. Is it a function? Is it one-to-one? So now I have a graph. I'm going to have to pick my x values off of the graph. So finding my domain, I have x values. This is -1, -2, -3. This is again -3, so I'm not going to write that again. This is -1, 0, 2, and 4, if I pick those off of my graph. And the range, 1, 2, 3, my range is -3, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 4. Is it a function? It does not pass the vertical line test because these two x values have, this is the same x value with two different y values. So that would be the ordered pairs -3, -1, and -3, 2, which make this not a function. If it's not a function, it can't be one-to-one. So because it's not a function, it can't be one-to-one.